You know, it wasn't like I was whipping out a broadsword and heading up the hill to fight my way through the executives again. It was new leadership would come in and I would go do the song and dance.
In the dazzling, often unpredictable, and undeniably dramatic world of Hollywood, where careers can be forged in the fires of public adoration and extinguished by the faintest whisper of controversy, the Deadpool franchise, a cinematic juggernaut known for its unique blend of irreverent humor, fourth wall-breaking antics, and most importantly, the undeniable charisma of Ryan Reynolds in the title role, had reached a level of success that seemed almost impervious to the storms that often roiled the industry. The franchise had become a global phenomenon, a guaranteed box office smash, and a beloved part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yet, even within this seemingly unshakable foundation, a storm was brewing, a controversy that centered around the actions of Blake Lively, a highly regarded actress, and the potential impact that her actions and the subsequent reactions would have on the fate of the franchise. The relationship between Reynolds and Lively, once a symbol of Hollywood's power and a testament to their personal and professional synergy, was now under a cloud. What events, what choices, and what resulting consequences led Marvel Studios, a titan in the entertainment industry, to take the extraordinary and, for a star of Reynolds' caliber, unprecedented step of filing a lawsuit against him? Prepared to be captivated by a complex narrative, one that delves deep into the intricate workings of celebrity culture, the immense and often fickle power of public opinion, the often opaque machinations of the entertainment industry, and the high stakes of a corporate dispute, all of which would combine to create a dramatic and potentially career-altering situation. Before we dive into this captivating story, please show your support for our channel by subscribing and giving this video a big thumbs up. Also, we love to hear your thoughts, so please do not hesitate to leave your comments in the section below. Your feedback is what helps us create more content like this.
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
The first hints of trouble, the initial indications that the carefully constructed facade of Hollywood perfection was beginning to crack, did not emerge from the controlled environment of a Marvel film set, a place where precision, planning, and the protection of intellectual property are paramount. Instead, the origins of the brewing storm, the first whispers of discontent, began to surface in connection with a separate standalone film project that Blake Lively had, at one point, embraced with apparent enthusiasm and genuine excitement. The film's director, a creative force known for crafting narratives that were emotionally resonant, held considerable creative control. They served not only as co-writer but also as a producer, and even took on a prominent role in the cast of the film, granting them a high degree of influence over almost every facet of the production, and, crucially, the film's overall creative direction, a point that would become a major source of conflict. This film, in essence, was meant to represent an important addition to Lively's already diverse and impressive body of work, a project that was intended to further strengthen her brand and broaden her appeal. But the situation was evolving.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
Early reports and rumors, which began to circulate within the industry, described growing tension and disagreements between Blake Lively and the film's director. The conflicts, according to sources close to the production, centered around a number of key issues, including proposed revisions to the script, the planned marketing and promotional strategy for the film's release, and most significantly, the film's intended overall creative direction. There was a fundamental difference of opinion. Sources describe Lively's increasing dissatisfaction with the project, as she expressed the feeling that the film was evolving in a direction that did not align with her own artistic vision, and that, as a result, the final product might fail to meet her own creative goals and standards. These disagreements were more than mere creative differences. They represented a fundamental clash of artistic principles and differing perspectives on the very essence of the project.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have one on my list.
Oh.
I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like,
Tell me, and he's
think of
guessing.
someone, think of someone. Bob Newhart, I don't know.
The drama soon escalated. The turning point arrived when leaked text messages came to light. The messages were attributed to Blake Lively, and these provided a new piece of evidence and played a critical role in the unfolding narrative. The texts, it turned out, seemed to lay the blame on the director for the problems that had been occurring. Some of the leaked text messages, for example, contained clear implications that the director had been actively attempting to manipulate various media outlets and to portray Lively in a negative light, with the express purpose of damaging her reputation, her career, and future opportunities. The release of the messages and the ensuing controversy created a great deal of discussion.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
The situation and the unfolding events also drew immediate comparisons to the Amber Heard case. The Heard case, a very public and controversial legal battle, led to a sharp decline in public support. The comparison, because of the similarities in the events, sparked widespread concern.
A lot of it's my real life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some.
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which
except
one?
it's just,
Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
And tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
As the story and the drama continued to develop, the focus shifted to Ryan Reynolds and his role. In Hollywood, the public's perception of a performer is key to their success. The high level of public interest around Reynolds and his character was, in many ways, a critical factor.
Well, it was harder to acquire a drug addiction in Canada.
Have you tried though? I mean, did you really give it a go? I mean, you got to commit to these things.
No, Hollywood was, my experience would obviously differ from a lot of other people's, but I found it to be a struggle. It's difficult, but it's difficult moving to any city. I didn't have a lot of friends or anything like that, so I immediately tried to immerse myself into that improv community in Los Angeles.
The situation then led to the studio expressing concern. Rumors said executives were worried, and the focus was on the potential damage to the Deadpool brand. Now, before we continue, make sure you subscribe and like the video.